function first and cortex, coming to you from San Diego, California. Today, I'm going to share with you not a specific exercise, but a principle. And I've spoken at this a few times across some of the conferences I do, and it's more about the strategic movement and how we can influence myofascial mobility with movements. And our one principle is more about the rhythm and the timing, and then also a little bit about the amplitude, which just simply means the size of the motion that we're going to go through. So I've got Jessica, our right hand here, that's going to help us out. So many of you are familiar with the A to P cat and dog that's in Corrective Exercise for Powerful Change 2, or if you've done the PFMS. We're going to use that motion as one of our examples. So Jessica's going to get onto her hands and knees here. And then as we do the front to back cat and dog, what we do is we kind of offset the hand and knees where one hand and the opposite knee comes forward. So she's sort of in that mid-crawl position. We kind of remind them to let the thoracic spine and the mid-back just sort of settle down a little bit because it moves better that way. And then from here, she's just going to kind of move over her hands and back towards her hips in a rhythmical motion. So we don't go super slow and we don't go super fast. And the analogy that I often use with my clients is rocking the baby, because that motion has a down regulatory effect on the nervous system for infants, which helps them relax, which helps them sleep. So the motion can't be too far. I would never rock a baby like this, right? It's always a little bit more controlled amplitude, and the rhythm and the timing has to be there. So this is one example. Another example is our upper spinal floor twist that we use. So now Jessica's going to side lie in the fetal position. This is one that we borrow from yoga, and we also add a little bit of a sweep motion to it. You might want to come towards me a little bit, or you can hit your hand on the cortex. There you go. So here Jessica's laying at 90-degree angles. We always reinforce that the knees stay nice and stacked, and that way we keep the hips locked in and we know the motion's coming from the mid-back. We also really emphasize the breathing aspect of this, because breathing is kind of the secret sauce that makes this work. And if we sync the breathing with the arm, that's part of our rhythm that we're introducing as we go through the motion. So Jessica will be cued for a nice deep belly breath here. She's going to take that diaphragmatic breath in, and she's going to exhale as she opens up, keeps the knees together. And then after she gets the full expiration, she returns to the start. So she breathes again, lets the chest open up. We're going to slow down just a smidge at the end. So go ahead and take that breath in, open up, fully expire all the air, out, now come back. So that last little tiny bit, that last 5% is really where the big value is, where the nervous system recognizes at the very end here with the full expiration, I'm having trouble with that word today, that we can get that out, okay? So again, there's a timing. The amplitude on this one is just related to the range of motion that she will have in her thoracic spine as she comes back, okay? Great job. Okay, so now we have Jessica set up on the cortex. And the cortex, because it has a certain degree of excursion, that in and of itself limits the amplitude. But the sensitivity of the vagal transverse, again, allows us to find that very rhythmical motion. So right now, Jessica's she's exploring first a little bit of sagittal. Now she's doing a little bit of circumduction with the transverse plane. She can go pure frontal plane. No matter what direction she goes, the key is that it's smooth and rhythmical. So that rhythm and timing, again, has that down regulatory effect on the nervous system, which makes the tissue more compliant, which is ultimately what we're after, to be able to improve that range of motion, the extensibility of the tissue, and help our clients get to where they want to go with their available ranges of motion. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. We're looking forward to catching up with all of you sometime soon. Thank you.